Hey, welcome back to the Hotel Orloff. Here is my mother in high school. She passed away in the summer of 2001, and today's Mother's Day, May 11th, 2025. And it's one of those days where you think back to your life. Some of you are spending time with your mother, and that's great. But for those of us who have lost our mothers, today I thought, man, a great way to honor her is to look at these old family albums here. So I dug them out of the drawers and kind of look at them here. And turn down this music before I get a copyright claim here. All right. Okay, so let's see what's going on in these family albums, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this one oh shit, the glue doesn't hold very well on these. This is damn. Look at this, man. That is me. There's the old Zenith, 1969 Zenith television set. And there's my Ford Apache playset. Wow. Must have been when I had just gotten it. This is 1971. I was 6 years old. I'm now 60. So that's when my dad was stationed in Germany. And man, looks like that's me on vacation, July of 1971. There's an old picture of me. My oldest brother, Steve. Now, that train picture I still have, that picture of the ship. Man, I wonder what happened to that. I guess that's in my brother's family. Oh, here's my mother. December 1971. It's not even focusing, is it? Christmas 1971. Oh man. This isn't working out quite as well as I thought it would with this reflection. That was the 1969 color Zenith television we had for many years. That stuffed animal is from a German comic book series, and I still have that. That was always one of my favorites. That was kind of like a, in Toy Story, the king of all the toys was Woody. This was kind of like my Woody, that character. I think the tag on it said Big O Bello, but that was the name of it's from a comic series called Fixie and Foxy or something like that. Here's my brother Mike, Christmas 1971, and my father is laid out like Andy Capp on the couch. I think he laid out like that because he had back problems. He was a paratrooper, and then he got rear-ended by a driver. I remember, I think oh man. This, I don't Still have this, but I bought one at an estate sale exactly like it with the tag still on it. This portable Sony television set. That's me with an object that you're not supposed to talk about on YouTube. It's I don't still have that toy G object that cannot be named. There's two of these pictures of my. Oh, I see what he's doing. What? That's hilarious because you see what my brother, this picture, you can see what my brother Mike's playing, one of those electric football sets. And I got that out of the, I don't know, about a year ago and turned it on. It's incredibly loud. So how my father's sleeping through that, I don't know. There's my dad. I guess he was awakened. And that's my mom with a cigarette in her mouth. I guess she's looking at the little, I guess I'd just gotten this German hat. I still have it, you know. What does it say? Vacation, July 1971. Yeah, we were off on vacation. This is the view out of our dining room. We were living in Heidelberg. It's interesting to look at these things and see what that Snoopy, I don't remember this Snoopy sweatshirt, but that's great. That's the manger scene that I still have it. Oh, look at this. It shows my Western town, which is right in the other room. It's a German-made Western town, but you could get it through the Sears catalog back in 1971. So this is kind of important because I want to see exactly how it was originally assembled back then. You know, because you can put the tops on. Oh man, I never thought about the light reflection. This is me in bed, I think on Christmas Eve, holding up my beloved little fox. And I think every one of those stuffed animals I actually still have. These that's December 1971. Apparently all these pictures were taken in one big marathon session. Let me just hold it up. Interesting. Well, I'm not showing you every single picture, but I'm showing you the cream of the crop here. This is later. This would have been, I'm pretty sure that's second grade Christmas. What is it? I don't even know what present that is. Yeah, these are Christmas of 72. There's my Frankenstein trash can, my Ernie puppet. I have fangs in the Ernie puppet that I got out of the Barnabas Collins game that I got that same Christmas morning. And that's my Bert puppet that you've seen on this channel. My oldest brother, Steve. Passed away. Now I've got the fangs in Bert's mouth. With my Frankenstein trash can I got that same Christmas. What is going on here? These 1970s pictures just turn red, don't they? Christmas of '72. That's the same room in which I first saw the Munsters and damn. There's the Oscar with fangs looking out of Frankenstein's head. My brother Mike graduating from high school in '74. At this point, we're in San Antonio. And then he was off to the Naval Academy. Graduating high school. I guess I tried on my brother's graduation hat. Damn. I'm certainly not that skinny anymore. Anyway, he went to the Naval Academy. He wound up leaving and going back to University of Texas at Austin and joining the Army. So that's why you see naval uniforms and Army uniforms there. And there I am standing next to my brother in 3rd grade. And this is 1976. My older brother's graduating college, and that's me in front of the house that you used to see me film shows in. Damn. This is clearly in Washington State in 5th grade. Starting to get fatter because you see that blue sky? You don't see that very often in Washington State. Usually it's cloudy and rainy. So I couldn't get out and exercise much and got fat. But there's me with a tremendous Bugs Bunny shirt. So, well, I wish I still had it. It wouldn't have fit me now. Man, what is going on here? Well, this, I don't know when this was taken, but I'm obviously getting, it's probably 6th grade. I look like a spaz. I've got a spilled Dr. Pepper, one of those fake trick spilled Dr. Peppers in my beloved skull. I still have that. So, yeah. Brother, I guess, getting inducted into the Army. Oh, this is the picture I was telling you about. This is hilarious. That's the gorilla mask that he had. This is taken in, that's the house we lived in. It was a real fancy old house, but my brother is, that's his gorilla mask he had. I had it for many years. I wish I could find what studio made that. This talks about it and being this little, he's been inducted into the Army as a 2nd lieutenant right next to the gorilla picture. This is me wearing my, God, there's a lot of, I really look like a sissy there, but anyway, that's me in 6th grade wearing my shirt from 5th grade. My mom's in the background. The Clarkmore Cougars, and there's me with my brother. My mom liked these fake plastic plants that you got at the 5 and dime store. Another picture of my brother graduating. And And my brother, I don't know who this kid is. What? That can't be me. That's not me. That can't be me. But why? Look, that is clearly me. But I don't know who that is. I don't think that's me. No, I guess it is me. Is that me? What? It can't possibly be. What is? There's got to be some distinctive mark that I could see. That I'd have to look at it with a magnifying glass. This one is me. Oh my gosh! I don't even know who I am, man. Oh, here's another copy of that great picture. Here, I could go around the house and show you some of the stuff you see in these pictures. Here's a bunch of pictures of me, and what grade, I don't know. I don't know. That's probably 3rd grade, maybe 2nd grade. Oh man, field day, I got 2nd prize. That's ridiculous. Fort Lewis, Washington. It's our house is right there, and that mountain, Mount Rainier, in the background. Ah yes, portrait of me. Okay, what else is in this one? Oh, this is us going in July of '71. We went up this mountain to the Eagle's Nest, which was Hitler's headquarters, and that's was pretty surreal. I didn't know much about Hitler in 1971. I just knew he was a bad guy, and that and my dad pointed out there were these older gentlemen wandering around very reverently, like they were in a church, because they were former soldiers that were there to, this is, in a very reverent way. This is me on vacation in 1971. More pictures of the Eagle's Nest. The view down that you always see Hitler and Eva Braun looking down from those. Then we went to the salt mines in somewhere. They dress you up in these outfits. You see them there? You wear these things and you go into the salt mines down in little carts. I still have the rocks from that salt mines. They give you these little salt rocks that you can lick. At least they did back then. And you go down in these little cars. Anyway, that's this little. This one isn't in very good shape. Okay, well, now we're into an older photo album, and this is going to be harder on me on my back to show you. So let me move this down. Got the dog in the background sleeping here. We're trying not to disturb her. Sorry. Oh, Drew, I woke her up. There's a picture of my mother. Drew, it's okay. I'm just showing pictures of my mom. This must be when my mom and dad got married. What am I doing? I've got a tripod. This would have been the early 1950s. I guess my dad was stationed in San Antonio, and met my mother. That's what my dad looked like then. So this photo album's not going to have me in it because I'm over 10 years away at this point. what does that say? San Antonio Riverbank, yeah. That's my uncle and aunt there. Typical of the 50s. He's giving a drink to, I guess, my cousin with a cigarette in his mouth a few inches away from their face. But people didn't know back then about secondhand smoke and all that stuff. Oh, wow, look at that. They're getting married at the 47th Infantry Division Chapel. That number 47 has popped up all through my life. Sometimes in good ways, sometimes in bad ways. In the mid-1980s, I met my good friend, and he told me the number 47 is in every great movie and book. And then it turned out he was right. And it turns out my mother, her wedding outfit, newspaper clippings, that's a good picture. I blew that one up once, real big. Look at that. He looks like a movie star. San Antonio Airport. A few years later, he'd be an advisor or a guy on the set of The Longest Day, John Wayne movie. Well, a lot of people, not just John Wayne in that movie, but when he was stationed in France, he helped out with the production of that movie. Okay. This has got to be Korea, huh? Look at this, just the paper in between. Look how it's got a, can you see that? It's got a cobweb pattern. Isn't that cool? That's got to be Korea. Let me look here. This whole scrapbook is 50s. Yeah. There's the battalion commander there, the top. You can see they're helping some wounded guy, I guess, either really wounded or it's staged. What does it say on the picture? I don't know. Yeah, this is Korean War. I guess my father married really quickly right out of college, because I thought, well, my dad was my dad was drafted into the Army the day after he graduated from college, so they must have sent him to San Antonio for basic training, and that must be where he met my mother, and they must have married immediately, and then he went off to Korea, and that's why the pictures are in this order in the scrapbook. And now we're into 1953. There's got to be a better way to do this. Maybe I need to take the phone off. You know what? I need to do this the opposite way. Can I flip the lens? Can I flip the lens? What does that do? Now I can't flip the lens. Okay, I'm gonna do a second part of this show, and that way I can film it with the lenses on the other side of the camera, and I won't have to worry about this is gonna kill my back. So I will be right back with part 2.